Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the weekly forecast. It is for the week of the 27th of November through the 3rd of Saturday. It is the underpinning energy. Each card will represent for a day or two of the week. You may be experiencing all of these cards and then some, or just maybe all of these cards throughout the week. It's very flexible. We're all on different timelines. If this is an all signs reading and it is broad spectrum, so I speak in broad terms, you have to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. It's not solely set for these dates. If you're seeing this reading on a different date and it still applies to your situation, by all means utilize it. I do believe that readings are timeless and find their ways to us when they need to. If for those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there is some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about, what decks I'm using, and how to contact me on social media for a private reading, and also simple ways to support the channel. Great ways are hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel, share the video out, leave me a question or comment. All of that stuff greatly helps. So let's see where we're at with these cards this week. Alright, for the beginning of the week, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a strange Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups is usually one of, almost like a smug pleasure of how far we've come with the work of our emotions, right? What we've done. Yesterday we saw the Eight of Swords, and it feels like maybe we did get free of whatever limitations were in our mind, and emotionally we are standing true and on our own. We might be coming to and walking away from something emotionally is the feeling that I get this week. As she wades through that water, the water is calm, right? But she's headed towards the sun. She's headed towards a clarity, a truth, a new beginning, right? Or a new understanding emotionally, a sense of security, right? She's done the work emotionally. We should feel whole. Nines are about personal completions with a cycle. So this could be us like finishing something up emotionally or coming to terms with something emotionally in a way that's productive, in a way that gives us a goal on the horizon or an opportunity to sort of move towards something that feels better or is more in alignment to who we are. We're like maybe leaving one situation that was emotional towards something new, fresher, brighter, clearer, that is more also emotionally stable and complete and whole, right? This is about having done the work and allowing the work to sort of settle in and really take place in our life and enjoying that to a certain degree, right? Understanding. With this particular card, though, I feel like the work isn't completely done yet. I mean, we may have like calmed the waters and worked our way through, but we're still heading towards that sun, which is the truth, that goal. But emotionally, our emotions should be sort of under control, clear, precise, true to us. This would indicate like, an awareness or an emotional intelligence of maybe a situation we've just been through and how we feel about it, and feeling complete with that clarity. There's a little bit of vulnerability with her back being shown here, but I don't feel scared for her. I feel like this is almost giving me Eight of Cups vibes, but it's not technically an Eight of Cups. It's like we're walking towards something we feel differently about, we have clarity on. We're almost like, getting not free of, but like graduating from or understanding better so that we can now move to the next step, to the next truth. And that is that sun that sits in front of her. And she seems very like focused on that, right? Like she can't miss that goal on the horizon. Let's go to the midweek. The midweek is the Queen of Pentacles. Not mad at her. She couples nicely with the Nine of Cups. Cups and Pentacles are both female and feminine energies, right? The Queen of Pentacles would be about, to me personally, the way that I look at this is if we've come to some sort of completion and we see something on the horizon that is like a new avenue or a new opportunity, that sun that we see in the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Cups is about, the Queen of Pentacles in the midweek is about settling down, grounding, being practical, being discerning, paying attention, and making that manifest, being fertile. Being connected to our environment, what's going on in our environment, and allowing ourselves to connect into that environment in a way that works for us, that helps us to achieve the goals that we need. We have the clarity of our emotions and how we feel, and the clarity of, like, say, whatever that goal is in the sun. The Queen of Pentacles is about maybe taking a pause in the midweek and going, okay, if this is my goal, this is how I feel, now what do I do to make this happen? How do I bring this into 3D reality? The Queen of Cups will be able to do that through her Pentacles nature. I keep saying Queen of Cups, sorry. The Queen of Pentacles will be able to do that through her Pentacles nature, but she's also a queen, which represents cups energy. So she's also going to do it with a certain level of feeling and awareness of her feelings and emotions, and with that Nine of Cups in the beginning of the week, offering us sort of that clarity and that new horizon. She's using those feelings also to help us to bring in whatever it is that we desire, want, or saw as sort of like, maybe outside on the horizon. It's actually, we can take practicality, intelligence, and stay grounded while we go about creating it and making it happen. The last card, oh wow, we've not seen this card in this deck, is Judgment. We've seen Judgment a lot in the clarifiers. Judgment is Scorpio energy, again, water, but it is major arcana. This is the realization of answering the call, stepping up to the plate, emotionally being ready, being grounded and centered enough, aware enough, discerning enough to understand and hear that call from spirit for us to grow to our next level or to our next step, stage, goal in the pursuit of whatever this is that we're feeling about emotionally, right? Judgment is oftentimes associated with soulmates, new love, doing the thing that scares us, doing the thing that challenges us to grow, but we have the capacity to do so. This is a beautiful card to end out the week, and I feel like this week we should feel emotionally empowered and centered enough or grounded enough to begin to set forth plans to make the bigger plan, the bigger, higher spiritual goal come to fruition. But we have to listen to ourselves first emotionally, then put in practical action, and then continue to turn to spirit and invite spirit in to guide us towards that thing, towards that goal. Judgment will lead us. It will not lead us astray. But we have to listen to the call. We can't let fear make our decisions for us, or lack, or anything like that. Judgment is about expansion and rising up, going after it, and believing that we can do this, right? Let's look to the Hip Hop Queen's Oracle. We have Bamadia Knowledge. We've seen her a lot, and I love that she has that tree growing on her chest with fruit like the Queen of Pentacles. We have the wisdom to do this. Certainly with the Queen of Pentacles, we also have the emotional wisdom and experience through the Nine of Cups. And we have the spiritual wisdom being given to us maybe from an outside source through Judgment, right? We may not be 100% sure, because Bamadia always looks like she's looking at me with a little bit of a skeptical eye, but we're closely watching the situation. That would be the discernment of the Queen of Pentacles in the midweek, and the emotional awareness that comes from the Nine of Cups, that we have the knowledge to pursue this. And I almost feel like we just need to be very self-assured in how we move forward, in what steps we take. That's going to be the key, and utilizing our own internal knowledge, either it be our practical knowledge or our emotional knowledge, to meet this this goal on the horizon, to go after it in a way that works for us. Let me read you Bamadia's story. Wisdom, learning, experience, and insight. In addition to having a PhD level lyrical proficiency, Bamadia was well versed in the business behind the music. The Philly native self-managed her career, keeping a copy of Donald Passman's Bible, All You Need to Know About the Music Business, tucked under her arm as she attended record label meetings and made power moves. Her albums Collage and BB Queen combined thought-provoking lyrics with experimental production. She knew what she was doing, and she did it well, and she still stands as one of the top female lyricists in the world. She signed, sealed, and delivered her bars, all wrapped in a voice that's both sharp and smooth. It's not the worst idea for you to bone up on some skills that may have gotten a little rusty, educationally speaking, even if you feel like your experiences have taught you so much. Seek out new books to feed you more. The new books to feed you more is that sun after the emotion, like the emotional well-being of the Nine of Cups guys. Going back to school, taking online classes, or learning a new language, these are all good starts. But Madia's card reflects a constant quest for knowledge. Even when you feel lost, you'll have the gift of knowledge and be glad you stayed one step ahead of the game. Just know where the ledge is. So this to me feels like we're empowered to move forward. We know the practical steps to take. We know the feelings we want to feel. We're clear on what we've been through and where we've been in the past. And we're now ready to move to the future, into a higher spiritual future, our higher spiritual calling, to rise up, to progress, to level up, to go after the goal. Let's see what the clarifiers are. We first have the Five of Cups. Now, this doesn't bother me. This is about disappointment, but I think that this is some of what we're walking away from in the Nine of Cups. If there's been something that set us back or something from the past that we've been believing or holding back on, we need to remember that the Two of Cups stands right behind him, still upright. Try not to focus on what doesn't work during this time, or what hasn't worked in the past, what's brought us pain in the past, right? We're moving away from that through the Nine of Cups, and we're using practical application, knowledge, and wisdom through the Queen of Pentacles to make new pathways, to make new new opportunities, right? This Five of Cups could also be some of the knowledge that Bamadia holds, right? The previous experience that we've been through. But like dwelling on the loss or the missteps of the past shouldn't stop us. We need to still answer the call, use our brains, use our knowledge and our wisdom to move ourselves forward. The next card is my favorite card in the deck, the Star. The Star is about that calm, centered, settled peace, that truth that exists within us. The truth of the Nine of Cups, the truth of the Queen of Pentacles, the truth of the knowledge within us. It is the truth that the Judgment card calls upon us. Like, how do I want to put this? I feel like, we have to answer the call, and we are clear enough with the Star here to be able to be compassionate enough and offer ourselves our own healing and centeredness, and like internal strength that is, it's like a softer, more feminine strength, but it allows us to clearly connect to who we are, what we feel, what we want, and then to move forward through judgment in a way that's peaceful, calm, and self-assured. And then the last card is my second favorite card of the deck, and that's the Page of Cups. He is the dreamer. He thinks outside of the box. Anything can be possible with the Page of Cups. Yes, he's youthful. Yes, he's exuberant. Yes, he's a lot of things that, people say he marches to the beat of his own drummer, but he's the guy that dares to dream. To me, there feels like there's an emotional renewal happening this week with this Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. There's an emotional renewal and a settling that's taking place that provides us the clarity of the Star and the renewed magic of the Page, leaving behind the sadness or the past sadness of past experiences that maybe have limited us in love, or in the things that we love, in the situations or a job that we love, because there is the Queen of Pentacles in here, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a love situation, but this could be a renewal of a relationship or how we perceive a relationship, and that can be our relationship to just about anything, guys. It can be to our job, to our family, to our loved ones. We are beginning to step forward in a different way that is more emotionally sound, certainly more spiritually clear, and definitely more discerning, practical, and grounded than we ever have. Whatever it is that we are approaching that is on our horizon, we have the wisdom to know how to do that. The grounding stone for this week is success. So I get a really good feeling that whatever changes are taking place, whatever things we are looking at, however we're looking at it and approaching it, we will be successful. We need to ground and believe, even through the magic of the Page of Cups, that anything is possible, right? That Star energy is oftentimes extremely powerful, but very quiet and subtle. So we have to listen to that inner voice, our inner guidance, our inner star to guide us through this process. But we will be successful. It will help us to release something of the past that we no longer need or believe that has held us back, so that we can move forward in love and answer that call from higher spiritual guidance. We have it within us. It's almost like, to me, that star feels like the antenna that the judgment card is using for us throughout the week. Yeah, I hope that makes sense, guys. That is your reading for the week. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you're enjoying these readings. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow to see how these readings play out. And thank you to all of those of you that watch. And again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.